Hi, Sharita. Hello. You are the first person in. Welcome, welcome. How was your day? I like that. The hugging people. So was mine. It's been a long week so far. Feel like Wednesday, but it's just Tuesday. Hmm. How's the weather where you're at? Get down, Parker. Get down. Parker says hi. Okay. See? Okay. Bye. Bye. Stop. It wasn't rainy today. It wasn't bad. Not that I was out there much because I was working. Oh, yes. Oh, Parker, go somewhere. Bye. Bye. Well, I told everybody 7:30, but I'm sure they didn't believe me because I'm always late. But I was close to time tonight. And I'm not going to be on here long. I'm tired. Do you have children? They're adults? Hmm. Uh, do you still work? Oh, my son is 30. He'll be 31 in November. Oh, you work at the VA? What do you do at the VA? Sharita. Oh my gosh, wait a minute. I'm looking at your name and I'm like, oh my gosh, hi. Yes, you know what? Let me see something. I had thought about you guys so much. Let me see if I still have you in my phone. Hmm. Matter of fact, I was thinking of Harlow today because I was thinking I could use some of her vitamins, and I wasn't sure if she still sold them. I don't have your number in my phone. I wonder what phone I had it in. Oh, do you? Congratulations. So, are you going for the BA? Are you decided to? Are you still in management? Wasn't it in nursing management or something like that? Get down, Parker. Hey, I put the email in the chat. Send me your phone number because I don't want to put it out here. So, when did you find out I had a channel that I was actually doing? Hey, Lovecraft. When did you find out I had a channel that I was actually, working on? And do you ever talk to Harlow? We got to talk. As a matter of fact, I was thinking of the bunny rabbit. Is the bunny still living? Um, I don't know what I did with her number either. I was wondering if she still has her YouTube page and her vitamins, line. What is your bunny's name? I was trying to remember the name about a month or so ago. Lovecraft, how was your day? Ruben. Oh, did he? Oh. Did y'all get another one or you just decided no more? I'm sorry to hear that. Now, how's mama doing? I work for a VA now through a third party, though, from home. Lovecraft, how was your day? Long and tired. Due to the storm, the guy that works at the same job that I do, he's going to be off all week because he still does not have electricity. And that means more work for me, but me having to work with other crappy workers. You know, you got some people that are good co-workers and some who are not. I didn't have electricity on Friday, but it went off in the morning, but they got it back on that evening because I was going to go to a hotel because it was hot. And I had put Parker to get him boarded so I didn't have to worry about him because nobody else in my family had electricity. And my son didn't even tell me. He didn't get electricity back till Sunday. And he had my grandson over there. And I'm like, well, why didn't you tell me? Well, his phone was off, so he was calling himself using that Google phone but you got to have Wi-Fi. And there was no Wi-Fi on his whole street because nobody had electricity. Hey, Sonny. So, yeah, he learned a valuable lesson of being an adult, and you always need to have your phone on and charged. Peaches and cream. Oh, yeah. Hi, Tiff. Well, they have to learn. He learned a hot lesson. Hey, Polly. How are the ladies doing? Because they're not girls, they're young women. Hey, guys, for everybody that's in the chat, say hello to Sharita. Me and her, well, we met each other in the virtual world here on YouTube during COVID. We used to watch another content creator, and we met each other in the chat. Me, her, and another lady, and we kind of kept each other company during COVID. We used to talk every day. I don't know what I would have did without y'all, Sharita, because I was surely down here by myself with Parker. So, yes, you definitely kept me sane. And Harlow, well, Harlow was just a lot of entertainment. And we met each other because the content creator that we was watching started acting real crazy and horrible. And so we decided we didn't want to be on his channel no more. And he got mad because we left and did bad videos about us because we decided not to be subscribers anymore. These people on YouTube streets are crazy. Crazy folks out here. Yes. I heard yesterday, I don't know if anybody, I said hey to you, Peaches of Cream, didn't I? Oh yeah, my house was hot. It was 80 degrees on the outside because I did a live, but I was sitting on the porch. Um, I heard yesterday there is this lady that I kind of stumbled upon when I was watching the Tasha K and Cardi B saga, and her name is Infamous Sylvia. I don't know. Have any of you all heard about her? She's a blogger that goes to the courts and she covers a lot of court cases, like she's doing YSL. And what's the other one they got? There's YSL and another one in Atlanta. Yes, yes, yes. A lot of topics tonight. But she is charging her mods $300 to become a mod. What kind of foolishness is that? I have never heard of that. How in the hell are you going to charge somebody to be a moderator? And the people are paying it. That's the crazy part. People are paying. But I heard that some content creators are like, if you're not a member, then you can't be a moderator. But there are ones who charge people to be moderators because I guess they have the really big platforms and people want to be mods. I know, Polly. Where my mods at? Only okay, Lovecraft. Ma'am, you owe me $300. These people are crazy. Yes, but the crazier part is, why are people paying them? It's a free job. What are you getting out? What are you getting for your $300? Other than you can, block somebody, delete them off. I mean, really? Come on. But I mean, it's not like it's a really hard job because I'm looking at the chat too and deleting people. But ain't no way I pay somebody $300 to get a wrench. I don't care how big your platform is. I mean, Tasha K got over 1 million subs. She don't charge nobody. And for the longest, she didn't even have moderators, and she only have a few. Because she don't believe in deleting anybody. It is. Oh, and mind you, she's a Christian. But, man, and she's one of these content creators to tell too much of her business. Because when I know that you married your husband because he needed a green card, your business is on the streets too much. Hey, Stacy. Oh, let me see how many people we got in here. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, 7 people. Yep. So, wait a minute. Y'all better do some thumbs up. And how I got 24 people and only I see 7 talking to me. What is wrong with y'all? What is wrong with you? And 12 thumbs up. And it's 25 of you. If you're not going to talk, at least thumb the channel up. I am trying to get to 1,500 before 2025. Is that possible? Is that possible? Okay, so let's see. First topic. We'll start off with the little bitty ones. We'll start off with the small ones. Have you guys heard about the strikes at the ports? I know they always watching from the bushes, and we know who it is. It's our friend and her friends. Hey, Mac and the friends. Okay, so for those who don't know, there is a major strike at 14 ports on the East Coast. Big union. I forget the name of them. Something. The people that work at the ports, they on strike. Thousands of them. So I think we're in our second day. They were requiring that they wanted a 77% increase in pay, and they wanted to negotiate about the companies bringing in AI for their job security, which is understandable. Well, the companies decided they offered the union a 50% raise, and then they didn't really go into what they negotiated about as far as the AI part. But apparently the union was not happy because they're still striking. So they're saying that a lot of the companies let their people know that they, give bring their stuff in for, and so a lot of the companies got 2 months worth of stock so that they, just in case this happened, they wouldn't be hurting. But they're saying if they stay on strike for 1 week, it would be costing, I think, the United States $4 to $5 billion a day, which we know who does that end up hurting. Okay, Lovecraft. Longshoremen. Thank you, Sharita. You like Martina to be in here. I be forgetting stuff, and she always got to tell me what it is. Yes, us. Because we know that we have too much. We are consumers of a lot of imported stuff from other countries. So that means that things will be going up for us, and there'll be less of it in the store. So that gives the stores and everybody the opportunity to jack the prices up like they did during COVID. I didn't know there were 14 ports. Like there's one in Savannah. Well, they're all along the East Coast, all the way to the Gulf area. Hey, Bathsheba. So yeah, crazy. I mean, I understand them striking. I'm curious. I'd like to know how much they get paid, because they're saying that their pay has not caught up to what the companies are making. And I mean, okay, but anybody know about what range longshoremen make? Because I heard they make good money compared to the rest of us. So I'm thinking they probably make what? If you just starting out, 70, 80,000. If you've been there for a while, you're over 100,000 probably. Maybe I should look it up. I'm like, how much money? But we live in a society that's very, very greedy. So we know. Let's see, Sharita. All right, Sharita. Why is it not showing? Why is it not showing that I gave you a wrench? So let me see. Let me see what Google says. Because we know Google knows everything. Oh, wow. We were wrong. They're estimating that they start out from $12 to $19 an hour, 53 to 70,000 a year. I'm assuming that's you start out, and then they have, I guess, as mid pay. If you've been there for a while, you're making $19 to $56 an hour. Yeah, so you're making 41 to 110. I'm sure. Well, that's what I'm thinking. They bringing in some money. So a 77% increase. I have never gotten a set. Hell, I ain't never got a good 10%. They always 2 and 3% us. Yes, at 9 o'clock, and I might be asleep by then. I don't know why they got them coming on so late. I thought it was at 7. For everybody that said, Kai Hoon, hi. Thank you. That makes you number 9. The next person will be our 10th person. Um, just so Lovecraft reminded me, tonight is the vice president debate. It should be interesting. Lisa, you are our 10th person tonight. Yay! You guys know it's 10 for 10 for 10 Tuesday. So, do you have a Cash App? Hey, Martina. Yeah, they said it's been 50 to 55 years. So, Lisa, let me know if you have a Cash App. If so, then if you would send it to me. Is that a yes or a no? Hey, Martina. Parker says hi. You don't want it? Okay. Well, we'll roll it over to next week or the week after. I'll see. Well, Lisa was our 10th person tonight. So, okay. So, yeah, we're hoping that they don't strike for a long time because stuff costs too much now as it is. I mean, my goodness. $100 at the grocery store is like 2 bags. Martin, I explained, man, they still sitting in there on my table. I know you might get it for a Christmas present. I suck at sending stuff off. I do. I waste more money if I get something and I'm supposed to send it back. The odds are I'm going to lose the money because I'm horrible at returning stuff. Parker won't come. Come here, Parker. You want a treat? Come here, boo boo. Come here. Come here. Come here. Stop. See, you just always want to. Sharita, you know he's still doing his own thing. You will not act right. Come here. Okay, you don't want a treat? You want a treat? Here. Come sit. 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 Okay, I guess you don't want it. Sit. See, I had to bribe the dog with a treat that he's not going to get. He's already had pizza crust. Say hi to the people. Say hi, Sharita. He just hates being on camera. He does not cooperate whatsoever. That's why he can't have his own YouTube page. All right. You love me? You love me? All right. Bye-bye. Yeah. Parker is a trip. He is still Parker. All right. So we will pray on the longshoremen that they'll get themselves back on the port doing what they need to do and not picketing. What was our other topic? Let's see. Since Lovecraft gave us the topics. Hazel and classiness. Who is Hazel? Oh. So there were some people that let me know in the comments that Mac over there looked at my community page and saw that I had posted some pictures of purses, right? If any of you were in Arab's live the other day, on Sunday, she wanted to know what everybody was doing that Sunday. Hey, Sandy and Chris. Good morning. Well, it's morning for you guys over there. It's night for us. Oh, just Chris? You know, you guys must swap out watching the live because last time she was watching and you were asleep. So you're up and she's asleep. Well, Sandy got put in the doghouse last time. So I don't know what's up with the two of y'all. Matter of fact, she got put in there and she took 2 other people trying to take corrupt other people in the chat. Hey, Janelle. You just missed Parker. He done left the room. So, Arabs wanted to know what were we doing this past Sunday. Why do my glasses look crooked? What is going on here? And I was packing. You guys know that I'm in the process of purchasing a new place, and so I've been packing so I won't be at the last minute and have all this stuff to try to pack up. Do you? Can you email it to me? I'll use it as a thumbnail. Because you know Donisha got her exercise program going. Parker, I'm live. Um, so I said I was packing, and for those who don't know, I used to be. I'm not much like it now because I don't go anywhere. But I love shopping, and when I worked outside the home, I love buying clothes. Literally, in a year, I probably did not wear the same outfit maybe more than twice in a year. That's how much I shop for clothes. So I had quite a bit of purses because I got into purses. So, I estimated at 50, but I think I got more than that. So I was like, with this move, I'm downsizing and I'm trying to be a minimalist. I don't know how well that's going to work, but we're going for it. So I was just going to give the purses to Goodwill. I figure, there's other women, they could utilize them. And the ones I pulled out, I think it was four of them. The yellow one, I probably used the most. I might have used that 3 times. The one with the shaggy stuff, I probably used once or twice, maybe twice. The blue one, never used. Oh, it was 5 of them. The pink one, never used. Both of them still had tags on them. And the little tan one, I never used either because I don't know why I bought the small one because I really like big purses. So, Tashana, y'all know Tashana, the trucker's wife, she said, hey, I really love purses. She's like, what are you going to do with them? She was like, I really like them. So I said, you know what? And this is what I should have done. This was my fault. I should have just sent her pictures to her email or her phone. But not thinking, because I was in the middle of packing and watching the live and stuff, I said, I'll post them to the community page so that you can see them. So that was the only reason why I put them on the community page, because Tashana wanted to see them. And then she said she wanted all of them. So I was like, we'll make sure, I'll make sure you get them. I don't know why Mac was over there on my community page looking at purses. See, Chris, you're like my son. I think he just buys clothes when they just totally fall apart. Oh, Purse gate? Leave it to you, Chris. Yes, she has started Purse gate. I mean, I'm just trying to figure out why is she on my community page, because she swears now she don't watch us. She don't know what we're doing. We're trolls. We're evil, unnice women. We need to get a life. We're pretty much harlots having sex out the wazoo. So why are you on my page? So when I happened to look and seen the comments, I was like, that didn't even make sense to me. But the kicker is, she decided to go look up the price of a couple of purses or all of them. I don't know. And I don't know what she found out because I didn't go to her channel to find out what she said. What was it? Does anybody know supposedly what it is she said when she went? Somebody said something about they seen one on eBay. It could be. I'm sure I'm not the only one that bought the purse or purses. I'm sure there was other people that bought the same purse. But why you would go to eBay to look it up? And then my thing is, why are you in my business? Because I was giving them away for free. I wasn't charging for the purses. So I'm trying to figure out, Miss always got her hand out. Why are you on my page? Oh, she kills me with her foolishness. Thank you. And I was going to donate them to her favorite shopping store, Goodwill. Matter of fact, if we was in the same city, she might have could have bought the purses. Not that she go anywhere to use them. I was just like, she's weird. She's a weirdo. So I had to come on and make a video about it. But maybe she got mad because Donisha did an exercise video and she thought she was copying off her. I don't know. I don't know. But she has major issues. But since she wanted to come to my page, I worked 13 hours yesterday, 13 and a half. So a lot of times when I work a long day, I don't really go look at my comments until when I get into bed. That's like the last thing I'll do is check the comments, heart them, maybe leave a comment back. So when I seen last night somebody talking, I was like, well, let me go see what she got going on over there, because I was going to try to find out what she said about the purses. Oh, why did I do that? What the hell is wrong with her? I am personally appalled. I am, and it's not even me. I'm embarrassed for her. Who gets on YouTube and does that stuff? Why are you on YouTube half naked washing dishes? I bet you somebody sent in a request. I'm gonna need her to get her ass an OnlyFans page. Hey, Arabs. Oh, you talking to Arabs? I'm like, girl. When I see her half naked washing dishes, I'm confused. What is she selling over there? Is she selling something other than her making content to build out a van? Oh, now see, that's why she was asked backwards wrong. She shouldn't have been worried about if I was selling purses. She should have been worried about being half naked over Charlene's sink washing dishes. I'm like, you know what? I'm telling y'all, she doing something undercover on YouTube. I told you there'd be some perverts in her chat talking about changing the color of the gloves. I'm thinking she got some little extra money coming in being half naked and washing dishes. I might need to do another dishwashing. Maybe mine didn't. Maybe mine wasn't good enough. Because I'm telling you, I'm like, and then your gut hangs over enough. When I did the little skit, I could have let Donisha sew the belly, but I'm like, I'm not doing that because it's going to be out here in the virtual world forever. My gut hanging out. But not only do you have it hanging out, it looked bad enough when you were exercising, but you're going to pull them down even lower. I was just like, what is she doing? I told her to cover up in my video. Oh, that was supposed to be a joke. I'm telling y'all be thinking she be trying to be funny. I'm telling you, she an undercover hoe over there. That's what she doing. That's exactly what she doing. She always talking about me and Arabs and Justine doing stuff. We ain't on YouTube trying to sell something that ain't supposed to be sold on YouTube. Go on and get your OnlyFans page, and you can do it over there. And only people that want to see that can pay you to see that, because the rest of us don't want to see it. Well, maybe maybe she had her belly glistening up while she was washing the dishes. It all might go together. Okay, Chris. Girl, now can you imagine that? Somebody sent in a request for her to put on some rubber gloves, show her big belly all glistened up in castor oil. Oh my goodness. I cannot with her. And all of this for $1. Ma'am, you might as well go swing around the pole. You can make more than $1. Because I don't see you getting no cash apps or nothing. So I'm going to need you to put your clothes back on. If they not paying, then they don't want to see it. Or either go stand out there in the desert on a corner somewhere. Or, go to Vegas. I guarantee if you dress like that and go to Vegas, you'll make some money. You'll get some cash apps. You might even catch one of them ones that just won big. That like manly women. Manly looking women with big hands and big feet. Or she's gonna do a video now and talk about the hands and the feet. mm. She gives me a laugh anytime I go over there. It is a good laugh, I tell you that. Yes, indeedy. She keeps me laughing. So Mac, if that was your intent, you do keep me chuckling over here in South Carolina. Oh my gosh. So, no, actually, Lisa won it tonight. And she didn't want it. Oh, see, Kai? Is it Kai? You're going to have to go to the doghouse. I don't know if she's doing it for Charlene or not. You did see that video that Circus Wheels did when Charlene walks up behind her. What was that song? Talking about something about I like your round body or something. I don't even know where Circus Wheels get these songs from. Chris, if I see you out here with a shaved belly doing, please do it so I can laugh. Girl, she is not exercising. I don't know what she calls what she's doing. I think she just want to show her body because she ain't exercising. I got commercials in the live, probably. Ugh. She is a comedy act. She really, 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 really is. She really is. Okay, so we talked about the longshoremen. We talked about Miss McNasty over there. I don't know if she's done anything else because that's the last thing I looked at, and I didn't watch that long. It was enough to see the little bit that I saw and made a video on. I'm sorry. I don't want no grown naked woman pretty much walking around my house. That is so disrespectful. Do you see Charlene walking around her house like that? Well, maybe she does, and we just don't see it. But if she does, then we don't see it. She ain't on video doing it. You know what, Chris? I'm going to have to agree. Her exercising is worse than the van bill because we're not getting a van bill. I don't even know what you're getting the van. She goes and stand in the van every day for an hour and pretend like she's doing something because she ain't building shit. I believe that the van may be built out by 2026. Maybe. Or maybe by then she would have gotten Charlene to buy her a built out van. And did somebody say Treasure was gone? She sold Treasure? Yeah, Martin, because there ain't going to be no van build finish in 2025. Oh, Charlene, they go out a lot without her. Would you take her with you? With them colorful sweatsuits, stretched too tight clothes on, and a hat or a wig that ain't been combed or brushed and who knows when? Wait a minute, Chris, she ain't even working on muscles. Do you see the little bit of time that she works out and then she got to stop and drink water, or she got to stop and take a break, or she just stops to go eat altogether? Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I'm sure. Yeah. She eats more than that in an hour. And Arabs, this part um, I know how you feel about this. So, but I'm sure you all heard about the newest thing with Mr. Diddy, the diddler, and the 3,000 and some people they called in, and they vetted 120. They're doing 120 individual cases. It's not even a class act, it's individual cases. I moved on to a new topic, people. So, did y'all see that? Hello. I posted a link to it in my community page. Okay, well, I posted a link on my community page. Um, it was really horrible from what the lawyer said. It's 120 people right now. 60 are men and 60 are women. From I want to say 90 something or 80 something to 2024. The last person was in 2024. The youngest was 9. So he's now getting in trouble for having juveniles underage. The youngest was 9. There was a 15 and a 14-year-old, and who knows all the other ages in between. Um, no, about P Diddy, Sean Combs, the Love Man, the Diddler. The fact that this lawyer Busby came out and he's representing, well, his firm and other lawyers are representing 120 people out of 3,000. They vetted this 120, and these 320 definitely have a case, but there's still people calling in and people that they're vetting. And they're doing these individually. So they're going after him and the number of people who were also participating in this. So they're going after the people that was doing stuff to the people with him, the people that watched the stuff, the people that rallied them on, and the companies, all his companies, anybody that made any money off of these parties that he had. Yes, 120. Youngest was 9. I don't think he's going to live. Hey, Catherine. I don't think he's going to live because from what the lawyer is saying, he's saying that we will know the majority of the people. So we're talking about people that are probably politicians to actors to athletes to, artists, singing artists. It's the gambit. People overseas from other countries, people over here. 62% of the people were African American, 32 was Caucasian, and then the other 8% was Asian or Hispanic. So he had sex with everybody. Girls, boys, men, women, race didn't matter. He was really getting it in. But um this is what I was thinking. I want you guys to remember when you were like the ages was 16 to 18. Was there anything that you wanted to do, or at that time you thought that you wanted to do in your life? Like, did you have a passion for something? And if so, put it in the chat what your passion was during that age span of like 16 to 18. Mine was being a teacher. Okay, Martin wanted to be a vet, a secretary. We didn't dream big, huh, did we? Teacher, vet, and secretary. Making music and something to do with graphic designs. Olympic track star. Okay. Are you just laughing at that? You wanted to go to Hollywood. So now, see, Sharita probably would have been at some of Diddy parties. And RN. So now, out of the ones who decided to participate, because we got 43. Oh, thank y'all for the thumbs up. We got 42 thumbs up. And now we down to 42 people. Okay. You wanted to be fast. You dreamed about being married and being a top executive. Okay, so how many of us achieved those dreams? How many of us became what we thought we wanted to be back then? I did substitute teach. I didn't become a teacher, but I did sub for 8 years to see if I missed my calling. Hi, Jacquinetta. Pro surfer. So am I the only one that kind of halfway tried out what they were thinking they wanted to be from back then? Okay. Yeah, Sharita, you are a nurse, yes. Oh, well, that's nice, Martina, because they definitely be needing it. You hated it, huh? For 41 years? Okay. Okay, so how bad did you want that? Would you be willing to pretty much sell your soul to make those dreams come true? If somebody had came to you and said, hey, Sharita, you ain't even got to worry about going to school to learn how to be a nurse. We can let you get on the job training. We'll put you being a nurse when you turn 18 years old, making $50,000 a year back then when you were 18. Or being a business owner. We're going to give you all the startup money right now for you to start that business. You ain't even got to pay us back. It's okay, Lisa. Yeah, you do. But when you're 16 to 18, are you really worried about paying the piper? Because when you're 16 to 18, you thinking you're going to live forever. You're young. You got a whole bunch of life ahead of you. And your decision making and choices are pretty. But see, you can say that now, peaches and cream. But when you're 16, you ain't thinking about selling your soul. You're listening to the person who's manipulating you and giving you what it is you want right now. Come on. How many of us made horrible decisions when we were between the ages of 16 and 18? I know I did. I wasn't thinking about no soul. I did stupid stuff. I was on the streets of Detroit selling pretty much weed, but it was sesame oil back then. Selling now this was stupid. We were out there selling weed so we could get money to go to the movies. How smart was that? I mean, you don't have to go to jail. It could be you just making a crazy decision like your parents told you you couldn't go out, but you snuck out the house anyway and went to a party. Anything could have happened to you. or you spent money that you weren't supposed to spend. Maybe your mom sent you to the store and you're supposed to bring the money back, but you didn't. That's what I'm saying. So when I hear these people talk about why did these young people go to these parties, or why when they went to a audition and you're 9 or 10 or 12 or 13, and the big guy that can make you a star, so he says to you away from your parents, "Hey, I want to talk to you by yourself away from your parents. Maybe you could come back down here, or can I talk with you over here?" Tell the parents that he's going to give them a tour or something, and then gets them in the room and say, "I'm going to need you to do this. And if you do this, then you're going to be as big as, who knows, Justin Timberlake or whoever, Michael Jackson." That's what I'm saying. So when I was 12, and this is so honest, when I was 12, if the diddler had taken me in a room and told me I had to do what they call it sloppy toppies on him, I wouldn't even know what he was talking about. I didn't know what oral sex was at 12. I had no clue. Good night, Lisa. I mean, so how do you, I'm just trying to figure out, how do people can sit as adults and say, well, they made choices and they didn't have to? They didn't know the choices that they were making. They had no clue. And for the parents who knew and had an idea, we know those aren't parents. I mean, that's just like, I never understood the parents who said it was okay for their child to go have a sleepover with Michael Jackson. Would you let your damn 12-year-old go have a sleepover with the manager of the CBS? The science teacher at the school? No, you wouldn't. But because it's Michael Jackson, it's okay to let him have a sleepover with a grown ass man. No, I'm sorry, Chris. I ain't gonna be gay for 5 million. Matter of fact, you couldn't have me go to Diddy party for 5 million. But come on, R. Kelly in Chicago, when he isn't he well known there? I mean, people in Chicago still don't believe he did what he did. And you have parents dropping their children off at his studio. I'm just trying to understand the concept. Maybe I was what they call it, helicopter mom, because my son sang, he was a singer. He did not get dropped off at places with adults for him to sing, and I wasn't gonna be there. We didn't do that. You know what, Chris? You're going in the doghouse early tonight. Early tonight, Chris. I mean, our country is so consumed with money and things and all this stuff that when you take a child that may be coming from a home, and this is how the parents are thinking too, because you look at, let's just get away from entertainment. Let's go to sports. We all know somebody whose child was great at football, basketball. They went off to college, or they might have even picked them up before they even went to college, and they went pro, right? You always see, usually it's the mom because the dad may not be there, but sometimes you got both parents, and they're right there, and the child is signing on the dotted line, and everybody's happy. Why? Because a lot of time these children are coming from homes where there wasn't enough money for everything that they needed. Mom did the best she could. Mom and dad did the best they could. But now we got this golden goose that's going to go become pro. And what do they always say? I'm going to buy my mom a house. I'm going to buy my mom a car. And the child is thinking, I'm now going to be able to have everything I ever wanted and give some to my family. And so what happens when we as parents are boosting this stuff along? Because a lot of these young people are not prepared to go pro. They're not. My son getting out of high school going pro, oh my God, I can only imagine. I can only imagine what he would have gotten into. It would have been a hot mess. A hot mess. And that's why you see so many athletes now getting in trouble for raping people, doing drugs, taking people out and stuff like that, because they are not equipped for all that goes along with being on a pro team coming from high school or even doing just 1 or 2 years of college. They're not mature enough. It's all about the money, the money, the money. So that's how you get people caught up in all this, because they knew who to deal with. In all these lawsuits, I guarantee not a one of those young people come from affluent households. If they did, they were probably participants in the party on the side of watching or doing. And why did they want to be with them, Peaches? Because they had money. I mean, that's the only reason why young girls want to date drug dealers now, because they have money. Thank you. And the sickest part to me is the adults. And people keep trying to tell me that you get to a point that, and now I'm talking about the people who came to the party to do stuff to these people. They keep telling me that people get to a point where they have so much money and they've done so many things that now they want to start having experiences that are crazier and wilder and all this stuff because the other stuff is boring to them. Maybe it's just me, but if I had the wealth, and they're not, which one is it? With like, Will Smith them be wealthy or just rich? They're just rich, right? Because wealthy is when you have family money, long money from years. Okay. If I was rich like him and Jada, do you think I would get myself caught up at a damn Diddy party and might lose everything? Or just, I guess my mind don't get that warped that if I had a lot of money, I'm thinking that that's what I want to do. I'm thinking when I have a lot of money, my thing is I would do something like help sponsor children that want to go to college, help a single mom pay her rent for her a year, buy kids clothes, school supplies, buy groceries, you know, pave a street in a neighborhood where they got a whole bunch of potholes, buy somebody a car. That's how I think. I'm not thinking about making somebody else's life worse. They make young players do education on women. I'm not understanding you, Chris. What are you typing? Oh yeah, there was a lot of grown people. Well, he liked young people, so let me say this. It wasn't like he was going to get no 62-year-old woman and taking her to the party. I don't think I'd have been invited, I might have could have come to during the daytime, but I wasn't somebody they were thinking Oh, let's pick her to stay to the after party. I'm too old. They like them young because they're more manipulative, or they can manipulate them better, and they are more pliable. They'll do what you say. I mean, come on. How many of us would go someplace? Let's say you go to a dinner party. Let's say you get invited with a friend, your mate, your partner, whoever, and they say, "Hey, um, somebody that they know is having a dinner party. Will you go with me?" Let's say it's during the holiday season. You guys get to the house or the restaurant or wherever, and the first thing when you go through the door is they say, "Hey, to be able to come in here, you guys got to have a drink. You got to have this drink." How many of us would say, "I'm gonna take that drink. I'm just gonna drink it"? Oh, okay. I know I wouldn't. First of all, being a drinker, it probably wouldn't be my drink of choice, so I'm not gonna drink it. And you can't force me to take a drink when I may not feel like drinking. But if I'm 17 and I'm starstruck by the people that's there, I probably take the drink. Yeah, and he said no. Very much. Too many sexual deviants. Oh, this is nothing, the Bible says there's nothing new underneath the sun. If you go back to the Old Testament, remember when Moses went up on the mountain? And that's when God gave him the tablets and he left his sister and his brother over the people. And what did they do while Moses was up on the mountain talking to the Lord? They were not supposed to intermix with the locals, the people of that, area. But when Moses came back, oh, they was having a high old time. They had built the golden calf. Everybody was having sex out the wazoo. They say that's when sodomy started. I don't know. I thought sodomy was back in Sodom and Gomorrah too, but I don't know. They say that's supposedly, I've heard, when all the perverted sexual things kind of came about because that's what these people were into. And so when Moses came back down the mountain, oh, they was partying. They was having a good old time. They was worshiping to the golden calf. Everybody was having sex and all this stuff. So it's been going on for years, years. If you was talking about Hugh Hefner, and I was watching something, and I thought it was ironic you had just talked about him, and then another channel I was watching was talking about him, and they were saying that he was a part of all this, but his stuff didn't come out till after he was dead. So that's why nothing happened to him. People didn't tell on him till after he was gone. And he lived a long time. Maybe he paid his people not to say nothing. I don't know. But I don't understand why the United States is so perverted when it comes to sex. They try to say it goes back to when the people from Europe came over here. We had the Puritans and all that kind of stuff. They saying it originated from back then because they came and discovered a country that was already had people here. I don't understand that, but they say they discovered the Americas, but there was people already here in the Americas. Um, but we have an issue with money and sex. Yep, money and sex, and then when you throw drugs in the mix, ooh wee, that was the part that really. Yeah, I lived in Germany. The thing is, in Europe, they're much more open when it comes to sexual things. It's not like us. We always doing stuff behind closed doors and secret and stuff. Like when I lived in Europe, you go out to a club or a bar, men dance with men, women dance with women, you dance by yourself. That was the first time I seen men dancing with men, and it wasn't anything like sexual. You just dance with whoever you want to dance to if you like the song. Men and women hold hands when they walk down the street. When a guy would come and meet, let's say a couple come and meet each other at the restaurant, everybody kiss each other in the mouth. The men kiss each other in the mouth, the women kiss each other in the mouth. There's nothing to it. I think that they have a healthier relationship with sex. You're going to find perversion everywhere. For everything that's good, there's an opposite to it. So, but I think Europeans have a healthier image and outlook on sex than America. We're still trying to hide behind, the long dresses and the hats, and nobody's doing anything. And the Christian people, and the stricter they are in the church, those are the churches that have the most single women having babies. How is that possible? The thing that bothered me the most about this whole story, other than the ages, is the fact that they were giving these people trank. Trank, yeah. This is a new drug. It's not new. It's something like in Philadelphia. Have any of you all watched those videos where people in Philly go around and they just videotape all the people high on the streets? A lot of times they don't say anything. They just drive and you just see people just leaned over like this or hung over, or they doing the lean. They nod more on this trank than they ever did on heroin. So they were giving them this trank. This drug is a tranquilizer for animals, for horses, and people are taking it. Do me a favor, pull up there's this guy that has a channel, AML, and then there's another guy that I was watching. He's not making videos now, but all they do is ride around because Philadelphia drug issue is so bad. It's just people on the street for streets and streets, and everybody's high. And they're literally on the streets shooting themselves up, and the police drive. I mean, the people that live there walk by like it's nothing. The police ride by like it's nothing. It is crazy to me. Yeah. Martina, no, sex is not bad. But we know that for everything God created good, we have an enemy, Satan, Lucifer, whatever you want to call him, who has perverted everything that God has created and made it his way. I look at it like this, and maybe I'm wrong. Y'all tell me. You don't have to agree. I don't care if y'all agree over here. We all can agree to disagree. This is how I look at it. When God threw Lucifer out, he came down here. He gave him this king. This is his kingdom where we're living. This is his kingdom. So it's like he has the same, he created a world like God was creating, but he made it the opposite, meaning he made it perverted. So everything that God did good, he made an opposite to it, which is bad. God created sex for man and woman to procreate, all that. So Satan said, okay, I'm going to take sex and make it where people are going to want it and not be married. They're going to want it with animals. They're going to want it with each other. They're going to want it with their neighbors and all this other stuff. And so for them to give children and adults that drug, that is a drug that literally you see people on the streets who have sores that are open and oozing, and it literally eats your skin up off the bone. I mean, people are literally dying in the streets on this stuff because it's not something that humans should be injecting into their body. And you're literally putting it in people's drinks and they don't know. So instead of them just nodding out like the ones who know halfway how much to take, you're overdosing these people and they're literally passing out. Can you imagine going somewhere and somebody gave you something to drink or eat and you didn't know something was in it, and you're passed out and you wake up the next day with no clothes on or no panties on, and hurting from front to back and don't know what happened to you or who did what or anything, and then toss you some money and tell you to get the hell up out of there and you better not say nothing. I can't even imagine the damage that has done mentally to people. Thank you, Kingston Bathsheba. Yes. If you ever sit and watch those videos, I stumbled on it because I worked with people with addictions up until last year. For about 8 to 9 years, I strictly, off and on, I had patients that I did at a private practice and stuff like that, but strictly I dealt with people who had addictions. So I was always looking at things that I could do in Groove, or looking at trying to get more knowledgeable about, addictions. And so I kind of stumbled up on those videos on YouTube. I was flabbergasted that for a city, half the people are just high. I mean, one of the parks is named Needle Park because there's so many needles at the park. And then you see people walking by with their kids. It's just like an everyday occurrence. You taking your child to the daycare and they're watching somebody ODing or shooting up on the sidewalk as you go catch the bus or the subway. Oh, I've heard of Flocka. Yeah. But, okay. And that's easy to say. People should be mindful of what they think and what they do. But what if you come from a home where nobody's teaching you that? What if your background is you were raised in a house where it was gambling, drinking, cussing, drugs? You do whatever you want to do as long as you didn't get in our way. Mama and boyfriend or mama and daddy might be fighting after everybody get drunk, and ain't nobody really teaching you nothing. You got to learn it wherever you can pick it up from. How are you supposed to know how to make careful and great decisions? Because even as you grow up, unless you decide you want to do better than where you came from and step outside of your comfort zone, you're still going to deal with what you know, which is what you had at home. People still, they actually have that as they're giving it to veterans now, and a lot of people use it for depression. They have, in California, they have ketamine, like academies where you can just pay to go there for a weekend to have an experience or to go and try to deal with whatever you got going on. I watch a guy that's a anesthesiologist on YouTube, and he has a program where he gives ketamine out to people. I wouldn't do it personally, but oh, you meant animal? Well, I'm. I guess I don't want to get high that much, and I understand addiction is totally different, and everybody's looking for the next high, But people are literally dying on this stuff, and the sad thing is, if this drug dealer over here is selling it and somebody ODs, then everybody comes over there because they're thinking that must be a good high for somebody to OD on. That's how people think that, are dealing with that. But to give it to somebody unsuspectingly, even children, mm-mm. Oh gosh, they have a whole like little stores where you can go and trade in your needles or get clean needles. They have people on bicycles that go out with needles, and they go out with the help me out, Martina or Sharita. What's it called when they OD and they give them the stuff? I got some in my room. What's it called? There you go. Narcan. I was thinking that at one time I was thinking I should carry some with me. But when I went for my back, my doctor actually gave me an opiate. And so they sent it to me. And I was trying to debate whether I was going to take it, which I haven't. But I have a whole bottle because, VA like to give drugs now. But then they sent with me a thing of Narcan. So I was trying to figure out, I was like this, the opiates and the Narcan. And I'm like, why am I getting Narcan? So I sent a message to my doctor and she's like, oh, we have to give that out now whenever we give you an opiate type drug. And so I said to her, well, if I OD on this, who's going to give me the Narcan? Because all I got here is a Yorkie. You think I can teach Parker how to give me Narcan if something happened to me? Okay, so let's see. After you're through the phone. You just got me working tonight, Lovecraft. I'm going to let you host a live. Matter of fact, y'all should email me if you'd like to host a live. And we'll do that. Lovecraft trying to make me work tonight. Okay, so what the question is, y'all talk amongst yourselves while I do this. That's what you type right there, bro. I made sure I was not. Mm-hmm. Okay, so I posted, are you a product of your environment? Yes, no, or no, I made sure I was not. So let's see. Let's see what everybody's saying. Oh. The Peaches and Cream says no, she's not. Yeah, bath salt is horrible. It's supposedly they banned in most states, but I'm sure you can still get it. Bye, Martina. What time is it? Oh yeah, the debate comes on in 5 minutes. So we're going to be getting off here. Well, Sharita, I'm getting ready to get off and watch this crazy debate. So this is what we're going to do. We'll put a pin in this conversation. You guys answer the poll, and then we can discuss what you said. Yes, no, or I made sure I was not a product of the environment I came from. Oh, yeah. Well, they made it so they can make money off the Suboxone. Because you got the Suboxone, like here. I had thought about getting a job working at one of the Suboxone clinics. And really, all that did was take the place of the opiate because people are now addicted to the Suboxone. Crack is still pretty big, depending on what part of the country you're in and all that. All right, so we got the VP debate tonight, Chris, Vice President. When will we be back on? Tomorrow's Wednesday. The odds are good, probably not till Friday, but yeah, probably Friday. But who knows? I might drop in for a surprise. Okay, so it is 8:56 here. So I got 4 minutes before they start. I want to watch this. I want to see how good this goes. I hope Waltz. They're claiming that Waltz is not a good debater because he hasn't had that much experience. We will see. Because I would really hate for that knucklehead to end up winning the debate, but we will see. You guys have a good night. Thank you, as usual, for a wonderful, wonderful conversation. Love you guys. Thank you for everybody that came in. Sharita, oh, Tashana, you late. Sharita, don't forget to email me. Tell Sandy we said hello. And maybe, I don't know, I might come on tomorrow and we can talk about the debate. Who knows? We'll see how I feel. All right, guys. Good night.